Hello and welcome to Epic Blocks Dev. Have you thought about building a game in Roblox but just don't know where to start? Well, maybe you're a gamer and like playing games. I get it, so do I. Did you think though how much fun it would be to create your own game? There's nothing better than seeing your own ideas for an awesome game start to develop, something that you created. In this Roblox Studio tutorial, I'll show you how to get started right now building your own game. The biggest problem with game development is when you don't smash that like button. So smash it. Like this video and let's get started. So in this game, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to start off with a base plate. If you haven't downloaded Roblox Studio already, you need to do that. I'll leave a link in the description. It's just Roblox/create, I think. The game we're going to create is a dungeon game, so it's going to be something you're going to want to play. It's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to build a lobby area and a dungeon area as well. So I'll just close this stuff. So once you load up Roblox Studio, you'll get something like this. And we just want to go to, there's a lot of options here. We just want to go for a base plate. So I'm just going to click on that. Okay. Alright, like I said, we're going to need a lobby. As you can see, it's given us a fairly big base plate here. We might use that as our dungeon area. I'm just using my arrow keys. If you haven't used Roblox Studio before, to move around, we just use our arrow keys. I'm holding down, now I'm holding the right arrow, and you can kind of move your mouse around to change the view. So what I want to do is we're going to create a dungeon basically on that brown base plate and a lobby over here. So we've got two areas, two separate areas. So we just need to click on part. You see a tiny part just come on the screen there. I will try and go fairly quickly. This will be likely a 1 or 2 video series, maybe 3 or 4 if we really get into it. So I will try and go as quick as I can. So we just want to scale this part. I'll just zoom out a bit. We probably want a fairly big size lobby, I guess. I'm not going to make it too big because we'll eventually we'll eventually redo this lobby, but basically the idea is I want to show you how to use 2 different sections, because obviously in a game you want your players to join in somewhere like a lobby where they can purchase items and things like that, and then for our dungeon game they're obviously going to want to join a dungeon, and then they get teleported to this other map. So straight away we're going to let's make our lobby a different color. So we've got a part, let's call it lobby, right? And in Roblox it just calls it a part, right? So we can make everything from a part that we need. So let's go to change a different color. Yeah, maybe that'll do for now. We can change the material. Let's just make it grass or something. Well, we probably need green grass then. Let's have some green grass. Alright, so we're not going to do too much in the lobby. Our main focus is going to be the dungeon, because that's going to be the most exciting. Okay, we're going to build a dungeon and put some mobs in there, give our character a couple of attacks, and put a boss in the dungeon, and make it all work. So that's what we're going to aim to do. So in our lobby, I'm going to create another part because I want to teleport from one part to the other. So I click on part. Let's make it a bit bigger again. And I did something wrong. I'm just going to hit Control Z. Maybe I clicked on the actual lobby. Okay, so this is just going to be our teleport. Actually, we can make this look like a teleport, I guess. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So, and I'm going to hit Control R to rotate it. Okay, and actually I wanted to rotate it up. So the other way to rotate is to click on the rotate icon, and I'm under the model tab, and I've got 90 degrees selected. And I want to click on this blue, hold it down like that, just so it's standing up. And I'm just going to move it because it's gone into the ground. I just want to move it, try and get it close there. Alright, and this is going to be our teleport. So if that looks too big, we can just scale that down a little bit. Okay, and what I want to do is we'll just change the color, red or something. Okay, and we've got this thing called transparency here, and if we change that, at the moment it's 0, if we change that to 1, it's going to be invisible. So it's either 0 or 1 or something in between. So I want to go 0.5 and make it kind of transparent a little bit. 0.7 looks pretty good. Okay, so just so it looks like a bit of a teleport. Obviously we could spend a bit more time on this and make it look a little bit better. Okay, and we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to put another teleport over on our well, instead of baseplate, I'm going to rename baseplate to dungeon. Okay, and this one here is our TP1, teleport 1. Okay, and I'm going to right click on that and duplicate, and I'm going to rename it to teleport 2. Okay, and so when I've duplicated, let's put it in exactly the same spot as that other one. So I'll click on move, and then I can move it across. Okay, and I'm just going to follow it with my arrow keys, drag it again, follow it over with my arrow keys, drag it. Okay, I'll try and get over there, and we put it all the way over there. Let's put it here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to put it kind of on the edge there, and we can make this one, I don't know, a different color, like blue or green or something. Green looks good. Okay, so on these teleports, I might just zoom out, and I'm just going to drag that so it's not so far away. When I have to go back there, it's not so far to go. So just drag those two components back. Okay, so we're going to need a spawn point here on our lobby. So if you're on the model tab, there's a spawn button, so we can just click spawn. There it is. That's great. We'll just leave it there actually. So that just means if we run the game, so we've got a test tab, and we hit start or play, we can just hit play. We're going to spawn in our lobby, and our lobby literally disappeared off the map, and that's because we didn't have it anchored. So that's a good little lesson. So let's select our lobby, and if on our settings here we've got a behavior called anchored. Okay, so if we click that, now when we play, it's not going to fall out of the sky, it's going to stay put like that. Okay, and so our teleport doesn't do anything at the moment. It's just a part, we didn't actually tell it to do anything. Oh, we even knocked it over, so we probably need to anchor that as well. Alright, let's go back, so just hit stop. So let's do that, anchor that one, and we'll collect this other one over here and anchor that. So on this, what we need to do in game development, we have at some point we're going to have to do some programming or scripting, whatever you like to call it. So I do have a script ready, which I'll just paste in, and you can copy. So what we need to do on our TP1, that's this one here, teleport 1, we've got if you hover over it, there's a little plus, and we can choose script. Okay, when we choose script, it's going to give us a blank screen with some text in it, and we can just click base plate to go back to our game. Okay, so in this script, just let me have a think for a sec. Alright, I'm just going to paste this in, and let's hopefully this works. I'll explain this script in a minute. We'll just paste this in. So I'm going to click on TP2, and I've got a slightly different one to paste in there. I need to add a script. So in this one, it says it's going to disable TP1. Okay, let's just play and see if it works. It's possible we might have it around the wrong way. So we're just going to run up to a teleport, and hopefully we, yay, oh, awesome, first go. So there we go, and we should be able to go back through it. Yep. So we got a little bug where it stands on top, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Okay, good. So we're over on our dungeon, and first thing I'm going to do, so you notice our workspace went away, so we're just up in workspace, and we'll click on our dungeon, which was our base plate before, and I'm just going to change the color. Actually, we can leave it stone grey. I'm going to change it to cobblestone, if I can find where cobblestone is. There we go. And now I'm going to, instead of taking too much time to actually build a dungeon, we're just going to import part of something that I found, and then we're going to modify that. So in your toolbox, if you go, well, I put it there. Let's put it over here. Just give me a second. Okay, I'll try and explain this. So if you go to View, you can click on Toolbox, and that'll give you this window. And so Toolbox is a way to import some free items that other people have created into your game. So, what have I done here? This is well, this is what we're going to do actually. This is what I was kind of working on before I started this video. So we're going to import that. How do I get rid of that one? That was the wrong screen. I'll leave that over there. Okay, back on our game though. So what we're going to do in our toolbox is add that. Oh, there it is. It's added over here. And I just searched for dungeon before, I think. Yeah, and I got this dungeon halls, which is what I used. So I've already saved it as my models. So I'm going to use that one because I modified it a bit. And I'm just going to close the toolbox. So it's kind of put it on top of my character. Sorry, we were playing the game, so I'll close that. Yeah, and it didn't actually work because we were playing the game. So we'll go back over here. Let's open up Toolbox again. And I just want to go to My Models. Okay, I'm going to import that. Okay. Oh, it didn't save the torches. That's okay. Okay, so we have a bit of building to do in this one. What time? That's 14 minutes in. I might pause the video. Okay, I'll just keep going. Sorry, just thinking. Okay, so what you want to do is add some torches. So again, let's go to our view and open our toolbox, torch. So click on marketplace and try it there. Click on that. Okay, let's put it just here. Okay, I'm just going to quickly add these torches. And so what we can do with this is, once we kind of add these torches to this box, what I'm planning to do is actually build a dungeon out of it, so we can duplicate this box and make it quite big without starting completely from scratch. So this will just make things a little bit quicker for us. Okay, so I just want to get that on the wall somewhere, and I'm going to change. It's going to change a couple of things on this. So we've got a fire setting. I think the fire setting was fine. I'm just going to increase the light to 50 and the brightness to 1, and then I'm going to duplicate that and move it, and I'll try and move it a little bit quicker. Okay, and again let's duplicate it again for the other side, and we can hit Control R to rotate. So I just hit Control R twice to do a 180. Okay, just trying to get it somewhere close to where it needs to be. It's a little bit hard because it's on a funny angle. Okay, we're almost there. I moved it off the wall. Okay. Alright, I'm also going to add a quick floor. So we've got 6 torches and a model. So just trying to work out how to group these. Okay, so we're going to make a new part and do a quick floor. Oh no, the floor's different anyway. That's fine. Alright. Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. Go back to dungeon. Change this to cobblestone. Yeah, nice. Alright, the floor's different. Okay, good. Alright, so I want to grab all that. So I'm going to throw these 6 torches in that model. So I select them all and just drag them in that model, and that was our dungeon model, I guess. Dungeon model, just so we can remember what that is. Okay, and I'm going to duplicate this. Right, and let's move it. I'm just going to go up so I can see what I'm doing. Yep, let's move that. Okay, and duplicate it again, and do that. And if we have a look at it, that looks pretty good. So we can put some mobs in there to kill. Where's our spawner? Spawner's at the front. So let's just have a think about our layout, what we want to do. We could like turn it around there, start near the spawner, come into the center, and then come out for a boss battle or something like that. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate it again, and at some point we're going to have to do a turn, so I'm going to hit Control R just to spin it around. And which way did that spin it? Yeah, okay, so it spun it, so the thing is there. So I'm going to join these corners or it don't have to be exact actually. I'll show you what to do with that in a minute. Okay, we might just, so I'm going to try and select everything here, so I sort of hold down the left mouse button. I just want to move that over. So let's, I don't think I'm going to get 2 in there. That's alright, rather than waste too much time, I'm just going to do it like this. That'll be good actually, it'll be a good way to, okay. What we can do instead actually is just copy these 4 and we'll make 3 lots. Duplicate. Duplicate. Okay, and so we kind of want to join these together. So if I just go into one of them, I'm just looking for the part that is the, like the side of it, which might be impossible to find. Okay, so before the next video will start, I'll have a look myself, and what I want to do, going to do is find out which part is the edge, and we can kind of duplicate that edge to make a to join these pieces together and build the rest of our dungeon. So if we give that a play, quick play, we'll go into a teleport. Yep. Okay, so it's going to be pretty good actually. The size is pretty good. So we'll just have a couple of mobs to kill and then a final boss, and we can increase our player's speed as well, so he's a little bit slow at the moment. So we might stop the video there. That's great. A good first video, and as you can see already, we've got lots done. We've got a lobby where we can teleport. We've started our dungeon. The next steps are to finish our dungeon building and then add some mobs, and then we can add a couple of attacks to our player, and then start to actually play the game and kill the mobs, and then we can look at creating a boss type character, and there you have it. So I guess finally we need to save our game. It's kind of important, so we can let's stop playing, and then it will let us save to Roblox. So publish to Roblox, and it's come over on the other screen, you can't see it. That's very annoying. Okay, so it does pop up a little window and you get to name your game and then create, and then so I'm just going to say YouTube game. So it's just going to create it. Unfortunately, it's put that on my other screen. Anyway, so it says YouTube game successfully published, and you can find that game on your YouTube, or not on your YouTube, on your Roblox. Okay, that'll do for this video. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you, and don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks.